The NCAA outdoor title is what people care about. It's the ITA indoor national title. There's a difference. They're both national championships at the end of the day, so the outdoor should be the same, but I think there's just a different feeling.
Outdoors is definitely the one to win. Everyone has their eyes set on that one.
We wanted to win this national championship, and this is the team that we wanted to do it with.
So everyone would say, this is your year. We hadn't won what they call the big one, the NCAA championship. We were considered an indoor team, not a outdoor national NCAA championship team. So there's always that little asterisk behind our accomplishments.
I know for the team, indoors is almost routine at this point. Like, we have a joke that Scotty put it on our to-do list of just like, oh, check, win indoors, done. The thing about the indoor title at this point is we have won it so often that it's not as glamorous.
This is my 4th year, I'm a senior, and I've been in 3 Final Fours, and it's just absolutely heartbreaking when you're so close to getting that title, but you just can't get over the hump.
You know, you kind of hear about this quote-unquote curse that Coach has on the outdoor title, and I think really the big thing was just his history and the amount of times he's been so close.
It's like being #1 in the world and never winning a Grand Slam. That's what it felt like. We need to stop walking around NCAAs like on eggshells and pretending like we're the underdogs when we've beaten all these teams before, indoors and outdoors in ACC tournament. Like, we need to walk in and act like we own it.
Our togetherness is our identity, and like the ability to have fun on court is something that is instilled in us. No one's able to take that from us. So no matter what the score is, I think that like we can walk out of there and be like, we still played together and we still had fun, and those 2 things will win us a championship.
It's really important to get to know each other off court so then you can know how to support each other on court. We're there for each other and we love each other for so many more reasons than being great tennis players together. You know, it really is just a family culture that Coach has cultivated.
There's so many like great tennis players out there that you just know wouldn't fit with our team. They wouldn't gel with like who we are.
That's why you coach. It's the relationships, it's the camaraderie, it's the community that you develop and foster.
Our coach does a really good job. He always says that it's like the person before the player. He lets us go on like these unbelievable trips.
It wasn't, oh, we should go on spring break to help us be a better team. It was because we all wanted to and we're all that close, genuinely.
Spring break in Destin was super fun. We were right by the beach. We had this amazing house. Like, we had a pool, we had the beach. That was like a 10-minute walk. We had a golf cart. And so we did a talent show with the team, and that was super fun.
The dance that Scotty, Soph, and I made, we spent a good 30-45 minutes on it. I mean, we did a little mashup of 3 songs, and we pushed the chairs around in the living room and made a little stage. There's just, even the little moments are super special to all of us and why we're so close.
You know, those 5 team weekends before matches just kind of laid a foundation of the team camaraderie. I think they really helped us come closer together throughout the year.
The success we have in the indoor season definitely carries over a bit of confidence going into the outdoor season. And I think for our team to be so dominant right at the beginning really sets a tone for us. It kind of just showed us like we had won 6-1 and 7-0, and they were both like top 20 teams at least. So it kind of just showed us like, hey, we are like legit, we're gonna do well.
Some of the scorelines were 6-1, 5-2, 7-0, but these teams, they really are coming after us.
All of our players could play one. Annika had a great, fall. We had, I think, 5 players at one point being, ranked in the top 10.
Coach has this saying, gritty, not pretty. And I feel like that's something that we've really stuck to all semester. But I feel like just tenacity and being able to stay on the court and just be gritty is really like the key to outdoor tennis.
We worked really, really hard. This is the hardest I've ever worked in a season. I think it helped us so much because we were all so fit at the NCAA tournament. We were not really tired, and we were ready to win the title this year.
at the time, Diana Schneider for NC State, they're #1. She was playing in the Volvo Car Open. So I was kind of like, dude, we must take advantage of the fact that they don't have their big gun in.
You know, I didn't have any personal connection to the rivalry yet, but hearing from everyone and seeing how much it meant to all of my teammates and coaches, and it was honestly just so much fun. There's not anything quite like that intensity that we brought.
We had won the doubles point, which was close, and I went out to look at the scoreboard to see what the scores were, and at that point in time, there really wasn't a path for us, clear path for us to get 4 points.
The first delay, mentally I was like, I am playing so bad. I was like, this girl's kicking my butt. I was like, I need to figure this out. So the first delay was really good for me. It helped me just kind of refocus because I had played so well in doubles. Sometimes there can be like a letdown in singles.
I'd lost the first set and then there was immediately a delay. So I was, you know, selfishly a little grateful. I was like, okay, this is nice. I get to take a second, kind of regroup.
I was losing. I think Reese and Scotty were both down. It wasn't looking good.
And I was just like, walked in the locker room, I was like, guys, we gotta have fun. Like, this is like, I walked out there, they look miserable.
And we just started playing, you know, music so loud in the locker room, and I honestly forgot that I was losing, and I forgot that I was even at a match.
Going into that locker room, having Soph blaring the music on aux and seeing that NC State was clearly not matching our energy was definitely something that we took to heart, and when we went back out there, we were super confident.
And we walked by their team and like, we just like cranked the music and we were like, okay, we're ready to do this.
We won 7-0, but it's definitely the most challenging, difficult 7-0 match I've ever played.
It was kind of a gray day, I'm not gonna lie. It was like very overcast and dark and gloomy. But just to be able to play on those courts, there's nothing like it.
I could not believe that we were playing in the nicest facility in the country. It had the best lights, it had the best viewing, it had the best seating, the courts, the Argyle, everything about it. They did first class.
The new courts were so surreal, and just getting to have that nice of a facility for a team that's so deserving of it, it was just unbelievable. Everyone was so excited.
I don't want to say we deserved it, but like based on our program and the success we've had, it was fitting that we got this thing and then we represented it so well.
Even before the dedication, the week leading up, that practice week was just surreal. I mean, all the coaches, all of us had the biggest smiles on our face because it was just something that had been talked about so much.
There was just a level of, wow, we deserve this. We're gonna show it off and we have the team to do it, and I think that was like super fun.
It's a rival, it's Duke. That's our biggest match of the season.
Heels up! Heels up! Heels up!
I sang the national anthem. I was doing it for Soph, our senior, because I was like, Soph, whatever you want on senior day, we're gonna do it.
I love Fiona to death. She has this like nasty habit of singing everywhere.
Fee's performance was interesting, but I don't know if she'll be doing that again.
They didn't play like the music to the national anthem in the background, so I had to sing it with no music, which was very embarrassing, but it was honestly so fun. And after I did that, I was like, playing a tennis match is easy.
I'm proud of her for doing it, and she has nerves of steel for doing that. I don't think I could ever do that.
That was horrible, but I don't know how to sing, but I do know how to play tennis.
I actually wanted her to actually sing the national anthem, you know, over and over again because she played the best doubles I've ever seen her play. To win the doubles point against Duke, who at that point in time was one of the, they had won probably, I think, 15 doubles points in a row. They were on a hot streak. They pride themselves on their doubles, success, and rightfully so. So to go into singles up 1-0, and we felt like we were just walking on water.
Being in that new facility, and we had so many fans. I've never seen so many fans at a women's tennis match in my life.
It was senior day. We made a decision to play Sophia Patel in doubles.
Scotty and Soph had so much fun playing together. They're best friends, which was really cute and really special. Just like the epic Duke-Carolina rivalry really brought it out of us.
She's been our emotional support person for everybody on the team. Anybody that has an issue, she's been the reason why our team has been successful this year is obviously the success on the court, but it's also the success off the court, and Sophia is a big reason for that.
1 to 7 can play line 1, and that's something that like no other team in the country can say, but with that comes a really big responsibility of knowing that like we gotta put, I guess, individual goals aside a little bit and just be like, what can we do to like make this team the team that it can be? And I think that was something huge that I tried to remind the girls about.
Sometimes captains are more like just strong and like demanding, and you're kind of just like feel a little overwhelmed as a freshman, but Soph does a really good job of like making sure everyone feels comfortable, everyone feels included.
And she was one of the first people when I got here that really went out of her way to make sure that I felt at home here.
She like gave me little flashcards, and she wrote down like everything that I do well, everything that I can think back about if I'm ever in a nervous situation.
We just made it Soph's biggest day. We dressed up the locker room super nice and pretty for her. The girls did an amazing job of that, and we made it super special for her. The actual ceremony was a little bit bittersweet, her and Coach's son getting honored.
To be able to kind of go through such a tremendous atmosphere, to have the emotional uplift with Sophia playing, and it being our senior day against Duke, and to win the match the way we did was just an incredible, incredible day for our program.
It was super nice to have Carrie host it. We slept in our own beds, and we would take Big Blue, our bus, in the morning to go play.
Our first match was Wake Forest, and they were good. We just played them earlier, so we knew what to expect.
Told everyone, I was like, this is a race, we need to take advantage of this. Coach doesn't let us play clinch often regular season. And we beat them in an hour and 38 minutes. So then when I saw that we were playing them again the first round of ACCs, I told everyone, I was like, this is a race and we need to beat our time.
Fiona and Scotty won super quick, and then I was the last one on, so I kind of wanted to also get done, but I think we just knew what we had to do. We were pretty familiar with them, and we took it to them.
Playing head to head, and each match is getting more and more important, made it very clear to me that it is so much more than just my match, and it just helped me put so much trust in my team. Like, even when I'm struggling, we can still get easy wins.
We had UVA. Everyone was very excited to be playing in the semis of an ACC tournament. We had a really tough doubles point against them, and then going into singles, we were ready.
Our team has so much depth down the whole line that, we can get easy wins even if one person is struggling.
I did have a bad feeling, that day. When I woke up, I don't know why we had beaten State before, but they had, their top player back.
NC State had brought a massive crowd out, and it felt like a professional event. They brought so many fans, and it was kind of like they bullied us, they intimidated us, and they took it from us.
It takes a conscious effort to stay connected between the courts, and Carrie really took that away from us.
I don't know if we came out with the wrong mindset, and I don't think we anticipated our fans being out doubled probably in numbers.
Holy cow, this is the first time I've ever seen us outnumbered by any North Carolina team. There was just a sea of red. I could barely see any blue or white.
I had no idea what was going on in the other courts, but the NC State fans overpowered us. We could not high five in between points. We really feed off of each other's energy. And not being able to do that was so tough.
Then I remember going home that night and thinking about it and just being like, I don't care if I get beat that bad again. I'm never gonna be that quiet, because I don't want my team to know that I'm getting beat so bad.
We lost in the finals of ACCs. We lost to one of our chief rivals, and the way we lost, we got out-cheered, we got out-competed, we did not handle it well, and personally, when we lost in the NCAAs against Texas and the year before against Pepperdine, that's how it felt to me. We met as a team on Tuesday. We told them that we weren't going to practice. We were just going to have a team meeting. So we met in our team lounge. It was a very healthy discussion. It was not a coaching, yeller, screamer type thing. It was more like, what happened.
Coach pitched the doubles lineup, and we all did an anonymous vote, and it was mostly yes. So it was ultimately up to us that we were okay with switching the lineup. And that's something that I love about Coach too. He always asks us, it's not like, okay, this is what's gonna happen. It's like, this is what I want to happen. What do you guys think?
It wasn't him telling us we are changing doubles and that's the end of it. But after that NC State match, we were all kind of like, okay, win or lose, we can't lose like that again.
We didn't actually play that well in the first round. It was just kind of like, okay, things aren't really clicking yet.
So the early part of the NCAA tournament was a little bit of a struggle.
I was definitely nervous, probably more nervous than I have been, and I think it was just because it was finally here. We were just trying to get used to the new doubles pairing, but coaches were just saying just to appreciate this moment because not every team gets to be in the NCAA tournament as much as we do.
Throughout the NCAA tournament, I definitely felt like if we're gonna do well and we're gonna win this, like we need everybody to feel like the best that they can feel like. And it's not always physical, it's mostly mental.
We play very smart. I think that we play to our strengths and we play to our skills. And I think that differentiates us from everyone else too, because we know how to stay in the points longer. We know how to outcompete other teams. And we're not always playing our best, but I think we play smart in a way that we like stay in the match no matter what.
UNC #1 overall in the country, taking on a Florida women's tennis program that is the definition of a blue blood here in our sport.
So honestly, starting with doubles, it was tough. Carson and I had a really bad day. We both just played bad, and that happens.
You know, we lost the doubles point against Florida, which was a challenge because you know they're very talented.
Obviously going out and losing this big match doubles point after we had just switched our doubles teams didn't feel great. And you know, immediately there's kind of that thought of like, was this a mistake? Should we have not switched our doubles teams?
We did our girls huddle and we were like, it's just 1 point. We know what we need to do. There's 6 other points on the board, and ultimately we just brought it to them. We played super, super well in singles.
Honestly, as bad as this sounds, losing the doubles point isn't unfamiliar to us. You know, we had lost the doubles point to like other teams in the past, and I feel like we know how to bounce back from that because down the line singles, you know, I'm so confident.
It's another quarterfinal for Carolina. 6-2, 6-3. The clinch from #1 Fiona Crawley.
I thought that was great prep. If we had to lose the doubles point again, like we came out and won all the first sets against Florida. Like we knew that we lost the subs point, but we need to come out swinging in singles, and we did it.
We need to go. This is our home court. We need to go out and beat them. We're going off on the right foot, headed to Orlando.
Yeah, that's a UNC.
Yeah.
Before a lot of our matches and at a lot of our practices, we always listen to Pitbull. We kind of have a tradition where 2 of the girls on the team will pick like a team bonding sort of activity. Saw that Pitbull concert was here and we were like, Coach, we got to do it.
We bought tickets to the girls to go to Pitbull. This was right before we were headed to Orlando.
It was all 10 of us, and we also went with like 2, our like trainer, our fitness coach, and our volunteer. So it was like a girl squad, and it was really fun.
I had never been to a concert, so that was like my first concert. I turned around because I was kind of like in the front of everyone. Turned around and everyone was just having like the time of their lives.
We were all just super excited. It brought the mood up, and we wouldn't stop talking about it for days and days and days. And coaches, I feel like, got sick of us, but you know, we have some awesome memories from that night.
We all just came out ready to fight. Like them being 2-time national defending champions, we obviously knew like they're gonna bring it, and I think we bring our best tennis when people want to challenge us, and I think you know, having that opponent in our head of they've beaten us, we've got to take this. Everyone came out and gave their best.
We've been to 3 straight semifinals, and so the semis was something they were used to.
Being able to play UGA, I think, was great. We'd played them twice before this season already, and we'd won pretty commandingly both times.
This is kind of a first against one of the good teams.
I think we clicked that match finally. All our teams played very, very well.
Doubles is a sprint 100%, and so then when you go into singles, you try to like take a step back and slow down, make it into a marathon, as coach says.
Reese was playing Leah Ma, who's like 3 in the country, and then Fee is playing Vitamova, who's like at least top 10. So when you're going like top against top, it's really hard to get both of those singles points.
There were 3 girls that were cramping, and our girls were just, we had no issues. We were not taking injury timeouts. We were getting stronger. We were excited. We were focused.
A lot of the girls, like, they were catching momentum, but we also saw a lot of the UGA girls lose a little bit of hope.
We were super happy. I know Coach was super happy, but it was kind of like a job's not done. Making it past the semis was obviously a big accomplishment, and so I think we were just also really grateful to be in the position we were in.
As big of wins as you can have in juniors and in pro tournaments, at the end of the day, it's a win for yourself. So being able to play for a team and that moment of clinching, I've never been that happy on the court before. That was just so unbelievable.
And then when we found out we were playing NC State, it was about, okay, who's going to be better that day?
For the first time in school history, NC State women's tennis are ACC champions.
I wanted to play state. We wanted to play state 100%. Scotty kept on saying, they can win the battle, but we'll win the war. Ultimately, NCAA's is the title that we really wanted, that coveted trophy that we've never gotten.
This team, none of the players have been to the finals. That was a new step for them. So to get to the finals was something that this team had not done before.
Well, Tobacco Road has taken a detour to the USTA National Campus in Orlando, where the #1 seed North Carolina Tar Heels are taking on their nemesis, the #3 seed NC State Wolfpack, for the national championship.
The amount of times that we've lost in the Final Four, and to be on Tennis Channel, and for all these people, all of our fans came, like all of Tar Heel Tennis Club, like family members, like everyone was at this match, and it was absolutely amazing.
It was our time to like return the favor. It's like we punched them, they punched us, now it's time to come get them back.
We felt that if we win the doubles point, we take away NC State's identity.
They have a lot of fight. They have nothing to lose. They're never going to be able to take our identity. Our togetherness, the ability to have fun, and the fact that we love each other and our coaches, like nobody can take that from us.
They've always had really talented doubles teams, but they're also very predictable. They have the same patterns. So for us, I just think that we stuck to our blueprint of how to beat them.
Their identity definitely comes from doubles. And we're not the most renowned doubles team. We don't always win the doubles point. And so to take that from them,
Tar Heels take the doubles point.
in my mind, I was like, we're not losing this.
I think that freed them up, and maybe we relaxed a little bit.
We have both been so interested to see how this plays out, because this will be a first-time meeting between Diana Schneider, who again is ranked in the top 100 in the world on the WTA Tour, against one of the top freshmen in the country, Reese Brantmeyer.
For Reese to keep the match out there, keep the match close in the second set especially, was really huge for our whole team.
Speaking as the only point that NC State had on the board for that match, I should be the person saying, oh, I was nervous. I can't really explain it, but there was just something in the air that we all knew we weren't losing, like every single match. And I mean, even my match, like I did lose, but I am really proud of the way that I fought.
So I could see the scoreboard this match, and I was looking at the score lines, and Scotty was down in her tiebreak, and she won that tiebreak. She's amazing. I absolutely love her tennis.
You could sense that that was a huge momentum swing one way or the other.
You kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel when you're up 2-1 a little bit, but everyone was still on court, and me and Riley were losing.
I would look over and just see the most incredible points, and then look over and see, you know, Carson and everyone down the line just absolutely fighting.
After Scotty was up 3-1, like she put up the point, I knew that it was going to come down to Carson.
I think the only reason that I was a point behind her was because I took a little extra time to ask Coach Ty where I should serve the ball and where I should hit the first ball, because I literally did not know. I had no clue. And then I don't know why I ended up playing probably one of the best points of the entire match on match point, but I'm so glad I did, and I was just over the moon excited.
The North Carolina Tar Heels have done it. Claimed their first national championship. The #1 seed hangs on.
I don't remember dropping my racket. I don't remember throwing my hands up. I just remember screaming, kind of like I did during indoors.
It has been a long wait, but North Carolina can finally get their hands on that trophy as national champions.
I had an overhead and I actually shanked it, and I think over the fence, because I was trying to watch Carson clinch the national championship.
I wouldn't be here without my teammates, and I think just looking over to them and hearing them, seeing Scotty fight so hard on this court, Ani and Riley forcing third sets, like, it's amazing, and like it only makes you want to compete harder and harder, and you just kind of got to put your head down, and like our support is amazing. If you guys couldn't hear
it was just a surreal, like hearing all the fans, seeing everyone burst into tears, running over to Coach and seeing how happy he was, seeing just all the girls around me giving everyone the biggest hugs. It was just one of the most surreal moments, and it's so hard to describe, and I wish everyone else could have experienced it.
Honestly, I couldn't believe it.
Brian Calvis now can add national championship to his Hall of Fame resume.
This was not just this year's team accomplishment. It's been for me, 20 years of coaching at Carolina and 30 years of coaching, women's tennis, of players that feel like they're a part of this, and they were a part of this.
I have never felt like this, and we've won so many championships. Like, we've won ACCs before, we've won indoors. This was like, it was not real. Like, it didn't feel real. I was like, this is not happening right now.
I've been pretty good over my career of not getting too emotionally wrapped up into the events. The Final Four against Duke, when I had to leave my seat with 3 minutes to go, and Saturday night, I could not stand still.
I just could not imagine a more deserving team. The amount of work that we put in all year and the amount of time we spent on and off the court together, like I've just never felt this close to a group in my life, and to do something so special with them is something I'm going to remember forever.
Being the first time for our program, it was insane.
I know I was texting Reese at like 4 a.m. like, I can't sleep. And she was like, I can't either, like I'm trying so hard, but I can't sleep. And I'd never felt like that much energy at 4 a.m. before in my entire life.
For them to be the first, they're going to be linked as a team that is first in women's tennis UNC history to win a national NCAA title.
Coach talks about all of the teams that he's had leading up to now have paved the way for us to do this, and I'm glad that we have that connection, and it just goes to show that like culture and legacy that Coach has built here at Carolina. So it's an incredible feeling.
A lot of special teams that have come really close in the last 10, 13 years, and this team got it done, and this team's special from day one, and I'm just so proud of everybody. What a great victory for our program.
I just got a tattoo. We all just went and gotten tattoos yesterday. 2 days ago? I don't know. Yeah, 23. My mom doesn't know, so it's fine.
My mom's gonna kill me, like I haven't told her yet, but she'll find out. It's just meant to be. Like, his first national championship in program history was Jordan year. Like, come on, like that was just meant to be.
When we win, we start winning in a row. So I feel like for us, it was a monkey off the back, and now we have the confidence to keep doing it.